Kylie Kelce has some advice for the negative Nancys out there. On Thursday, March 20, Kelce, 32, shared a clip on Instagram from her discussion with Michelle Obama on the latest episode of her Not Gonna Lie podcast. Amid the thousands of positive messages and likes, one user left a vomiting emoji in the comments section. Refusing to ignore the comment, Kelce called out the individual, tagging them in her response. "Hi Dana, we actually don't do this here. If you have nothing nice to say, just keep scrolling," Kelce wrote, garnering over 5,000 likes. Several commenters praised Kelce for clapping back at the troll, but they definitely replied that they were not at all embarrassed to have been put on blast. The clip from the podcast was shared to highlight the impact of Obama's work promoting healthy eating and movement for children. Kelce had begun the interview by gushing that speaking to the former First Lady, 61, was a pretty surreal moment for her. She recalled having just become of legal age to register to vote when she first became a fan of Obama for how she carried herself alongside her husband, former President Barack Obama. "Seeing you as a powerful figure alongside him as a partner was such an outstanding image of female empowerment," Kelce said. "I just remember that at like 18 years old, and it sits in my brain really heavily, so I'm so excited to get to talk to you." Elsewhere in the interview, Michelle gushed about Kelce's podcast after recently launching her own audio series, "IMO," with her brother Craig Robinson, and the pair also discussed parenthood. Michelle and Barack are parents to Malia, 26, and Sasha, 23. Meanwhile, Kelce, who is currently expecting her fourth child, shares daughters Wyatt Elizabeth, 5, Elliot Ray, 4, and Bennett Llewellyn, 2, with husband Jason Kelce, 37. When asked if she had any moments in the White House where her daughters were true kids, Michelle replied that they grew up in the presidential residence, before adding it's easier to have control when children are young. "My kids were teenagers in the White House," she said. "Those years were just like, inaudible. You want to go where and to what? There's prom and you've got to learn how to drive and you've got to be normal and you're going to a party, was there alcohol, and you have agents and now you have a boyfriend. Trying to do all that and allow them to be normal kids," she added.